Have this picture where you're hugging or shaking hands with President Bush.
Yeah.
And I think you told him, tell the story. What did you say to him and how did he respond?
Well, it's a longer story than maybe we have time on this podcast. So maybe we have to do a couple different episodes. Take one, take two. But, at the 2008 Olympic Games, I think it was my favorite Olympic Games because of this story, where I went to the Olympics and unfortunately wasn't able to have any family join me at that Olympics. And so I was sort of, by myself in terms of a family member. I, didn't have a girlfriend or anything like that. And when you are on the Olympic medal podium, you're presented commonly sort of like a stuffy, which is authentic to the host nation. So it was probably a panda or something like that back then. I don't think I have it anymore. I wish I did for my kids. And a bouquet of flowers. And you're paraded around the pool deck in this case, sort of like in a ceremony after the award, the medal presentation. And so, fortunately, on that day that I won a medal, the president and the first lady, actually the entire first family, was there, to include Bush Sr. It was really just remarkable to be able to compete in front of our president as a Team USA Olympian. Just to have that opportunity alone is really still gives me goosebumps. It's sick. Like, how many people have the opportunity where you're the only American in the race,
and your president's
there, and you win a medal for your country. Like, it's pretty darn neat. It's a pinch me moment. And then, without thinking too much about it, I climbed up the stands and presented the bouquet of roses to the first lady. But actually, I signaled for her to come down, and President Bush came down and said, some very nice things, like, thank you for representing your country. You made us all proud. Humbling things to hear from your president. And I said, well, I appreciate that, Mr. President, but I was actually waiting for your wife, the first lady, to come down here. And so I didn't really, President Bush's humor is what, it's sort of like pretty famous at this point. So I think he actually sort of liked that. It wasn't intentional, but he sort of liked that. It wasn't a dig, but it was like, whoa, okay, like, let me take a step back here. He said, Laura, get on down here. And I gave her the bouquet of flowers, and she started crying. Like, just remarkable. And it's something I didn't think about really at the time, but in retrospect, I think people are just so underappreciated. Like, in just like any token.
She probably doesn't get exactly.
Yeah, it's just like, man, you're like the mother of the country. I get choked up thinking about it because it's something that's like beyond, like, it's every athlete's dream, frankly, at least mine. And so gave her the bouquet of flowers, and then ultimately they came backstage, I guess not backstage, behind the pool deck into the athlete reception area, Secret Service all around us and all that stuff. And, President Bush came back up, and the whole first family came up and was congratulating everybody. Got a great photo with me and Michael and the first family.